welcome back to Fox 43 AM Live. Joining us now is Brent Sigmund, Programming and Development Coordinator at the Columbian Theater, and with him are some of the performers of this year's production of Hoo Ha, Mindy and Shelley. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Very exciting, very exciting season for you guys. The 19th year for Hoo Ha over at the Columbian Theater. Just tell us about the show for especially the audience out there that maybe hasn't seen it yet. They've missed out these past few years. What's going on?
Well, it's a takeoff on Hee Haw. So if you've ever seen reruns of Hee Haw, I grew up on Hee Haw. We grew up on Hee Haw, and it's a takeoff on Hee Haw, but it's actually evolved into more than that over the years, with Troy Hemphill as our director, and we just have a lot of fun. There's a lot of comedy, a lot of jokes, but more importantly, there is amazing music. Yeah. Of
course. So we were talking a little bit before the show. Now, you guys have been a part of this production since the beginning. That's right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Tell me about how you've seen it grow and change and all the variety acts. Has there been a favorite at all?
Oh, gosh.
Well, I have to say, I think Minnie Pearl's one of my favorites. I'm a little prejudiced. Actually, the show is super fun. The premises remained the same all 19 years, and we think that's part of why it's still very successful. It's funny, it's corny. I think the cast has as much, if not more fun than the people watching the show. The music's phenomenal, the band's great. It's just been a classic year after year, so it's fun to be part of it.
And for you guys, so have you guys played kind of the same characters all throughout the years? Do you try to switch it up ever?
Well, I'm just Mindy in the show, which is hilarious because people are always like, hey, who do you play in the show? And I'm like, well, I'm Mindy. But it's so much more complicated than that because obviously I don't run around in a bare feet and jump around and act silly as a normal, way of life. But we all play ourselves. But we're actually not ourselves. We're just funny hoo-ha, hee-haw type characters. But Shelley is unique in that she plays Shelley, but she also plays Minnie Pearl. And I'm a little biased, but Shelley is Minnie Pearl. People have told her, you need to go to Branson and do this because she does a whole comedy routine as Minnie Pearl. You want to tell them about that, or?
Well, I'd just like to point out that fella over there, when you said you hope to see me pretty soon, well, I think that's kind of a rude thing to say to a woman.
Oh, my God.
I hope to see you pretty now.
Well, thank you.
And we also have the skit in the corn. So I don't know if you guys remember, in Hee Haw, you'd pop up in the corn and they would tell jokes. And so we pop up in the corn and we tell jokes. So I say, Shelley, do your teeth chatter on a cold winter's night?
Well, I don't remember. We haven't slept together in years.
So it's just corny jokes like that.
It's corny jokes, but hilarious, and I think much needed in such a serious world right now. We need those kind of shows. It sounds like it's going to be a blast, and those are starting up August 11th, and you're playing for the next those 2 weekends, right?
Yes, correct.
Wonderful. So 11th through the 20th. That's going to be great right there. And now, Brent, tell us about kind of what you guys are doing in Wamego now. I understand there's a partnership with 456 Winery going on.
Yeah, so on the 18th and 19th, we have a partnership with 456 Winery where they're going to be there serving their wine and sampling their wine. So it's going to be a fun night. Then we're going to do a cast meet and greet afterwards, so you can stay after, have another couple drinks, and get to know the cast of the show. And then on the 11th, we are doing a fundraiser for the Wamego Public Library and for the Boys and Girls Club. So a couple of really cool events going on alongside Hoo Ha.
That's great. How's the fundraiser going to work for people that are going that day?
Yeah, so the proceeds for that are going to go towards the organizations. We're going to serve, blackberry cobbler, some Call Hall ice cream, and then everyone's just going to have a fun night of jokes and music.
Awesome. So I guess you guys still have about a week or so before the show starts. Are you guys ready? Everything's going smoothly. It looks like you guys are pretty much ready to go here.
Well, we will look forward to having a few more days to fine-tune.
Of course. And I'm remiss if I didn't mention, I loved your hat so much.
Thank you.
I see the price tag, $198. Was it $198 19 years ago?
Yes, it was. The price has never gone up.
That's great. I'm so excited for you guys' show coming up on August 11th. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. This has been a pleasure. And of course, everybody, to get tickets and see a full lineup of events, you can go to ColumbianTheater.com.